Hi everyone, Professor Moreno here. I hope all of you are doing well today. I wanted to reach out to you all via this video because I feel that there is a lot of anxiety around a lot that's going on in our world today. Obviously, our newest topic being coronavirus, and I felt like this might be the best way to reach out to you all. I did send an email, so I hope all of you have received that as of now. I haven't gotten responses from everyone, so if you can, please check your email and respond back to me. That would be super helpful. I really sent that email because the message I wanted to send to everyone is I'm here to support you with whatever you need in regards to support with the current situation of the coronavirus. I am aware that some of your agencies may have put together a protocol for coronavirus. Many agencies have not. I think it really just depends on like the number of employees, the number of people coming in and out. Agencies that have a lot of conferences that have been out of the state, maybe even out of the country. So everybody's been handling this really different. Most recently, yesterday, Sacred Heart, I'm sure you all know, made the decision to go to all online learning for the remainder of the month of March due to precautionary measures. We did not have any cases. We didn't have anyone that was showing symptoms or tested positive. None of that. Everyone that's come back from a spring break trip that was done through the university asked them to self quarantine for 14 days, so they weren't going to be coming to campus anyhow. So we just wanted to reach out to our students that are at placement because we wanted to make sure that you feel supported, B, that you feel healthy and safe, and that C, that if there's anything that you're anxious about in regards to your hours, that you know that we're here to help you through that. So if you are worried about that, reach out to me via email, call me, whatever is going to work for you, so we can talk about that and we can plan for that. The message I want you to take away from today is that it's about you being healthy. So what I really want you to know is that if you're feeling any symptoms at all, I know we're all trying to get those hours in, but we can figure that out. So I don't want you overextending yourself going into placement when you're feeling any sort of symptoms. Plus, I'm sure your placements would appreciate that as well, because we're telling everyone to really, take caution when they're showing any symptoms. In addition to that, I also want, I know some of you have expressed some concern and some anxiety around whether or not we are going to pull students out of placement. We have no intentions of doing that. We really wanted to reach out to our students to, like I said, primarily support you and your placement. So if your placement was to make that decision based on the precautions that they feel that are necessary for them to take, then of course we are going to support that and we're going to figure it out. But we have no intentions of pulling our students out of placement. We really just wanted to reach out to be sure that if there are any questions or any concerns, that we're getting to them sooner than later, and that we are sort of hopefully answering them the best way that we can so that you do feel supported and that you do feel there's a plan of action. So if there is a situation at your placement that is in regards to the virus, please email me. Let me know the policy that was implemented. Let me know the plan of action, and I will certainly reach out to you and your supervisor as soon as I can to figure that out. So what this means is that if in some way, at some point, you are going to be impacted or your hours are going to be impacted, we will figure it out. I am here to help you through that. If I have to give extra assignments or at-home assignments to help you accrue the hours, I will. We all in the field office understand that this is not anything that anybody could have controlled. It is not your fault. It is not something that you're guilty of. It's not anything that anyone did. So we are going to do everything that we can to support you and to make sure you get where you need to be by the end of your placement term. So, again, reach out with any questions or concerns. I'm going to be on campus 3 days a week, like I always am. I'm sorry, I have my office phone. I also will always have my computer and work from home the days that I'm not on campus. So you can reach me. So with that being said, Tavera, I'm going to be sending an email as well regarding Tavera. And I really want to, at this point in time, send specific directions with video tutorials to both to all of you as well as to your supervisors. And then once I've done that, I am going to give you all the okay to upload timesheets only. Just timesheets, not process recordings. So we're trying to do this as slowly as we can so that we get it done the right way, and that if there's any questions, we can answer them as quickly as possible. And if there's any problems, we can start correcting those before we start submitting more work to Tavera. So timesheets only. So in speaking of timesheets and hours, what I want you to do in the next couple of weeks for me is I want you to sit down with your supervisors, talk about the hours that you have accrued thus far, and then come up with what you think your potential last day of placement will be based on the hours or the agreement that was on the learning contract. The reason why I want you guys to do that is because I want to make sure that the numbers that you are calculating are correct on my end as well. So I just basically want to make sure that the numbers that we are coming up with are all the same and that there's no question about when you should be ending placement. Obviously, we know with the virus, or if you just happen to be sick or something happens in your personal life and you miss a few days, obviously we know that that will change. But all I'm really looking for right now is for you to send me an email, CC your supervisor, and in that context of the email, I would like what your total hours are and when your expected or anticipated last day of placement will be. And I want your supervisor on there because I think it's important that we are sure that they know what the plan is as well and that they are confirming that this in fact is accurate. So if you have a task supervisor and a field supervisor, you would be putting both of those individuals on the email as well, and then you just CC me. So I would want this information by the last week of March. So looking at my planner, I would say that you should send me an email no later than, or I should say by midnight, Tuesday, March 31st. And I think that that'll be good because it'll give us the whole month of March. We can kind of see what starts to happen with the virus and implementing policies around that. And if that ends up impacting any hours, we can already start having those conversations and figuring that out. So by midnight, Tuesday, March 31st, you will have sent me and your field supervisor, and if you have a task supervisor, an email with the total number of hours and your anticipated last day. Okay? So with that being said, this week I will be touching base with your supervisors about three things. One will be about coronavirus. And it's just going to be purely me checking in to make sure that there's nothing that I can do to support or to further help. in any way that I can. Number 2 will be with Tavera instructions for supervisors. And again, if you have a field and a task, I will contact the both of them. And the third will be to let them know that in the next coming weeks, you have been giving the task of determining how many hours you are at by Tuesday, March 31st, and when your anticipated last day at placement will be. So, again, I encourage you all to reach out to me with any questions, any concerns, any support that you need through this. Let me know. Some of you might just be, nervous just because, you have little ones at home, or maybe you're taking care of your, elderly family. Whatever it is, I wanna hear it. I want to process it. I want to be able to talk to you about it. I don't want you to feel that you can't reach out with questions or concerns, because I am here for that. And although your placement might not have a protocol, you might have some concerns about that too. And that's something that I'm here to also talk to you about and help you process. Right now, our expectation is if you are not showing any symptoms, then you are, and your placement is not asking you to not go in, you are expected to be there on your designated day and time. If you're feeling sick, if you're feeling, that maybe you're coming down with something, or maybe you already have symptoms, of course, we encourage you to stay home, get some rest, hydrate, wash your hands, and get better. And so, I don't want you, we have no expectation of you going to placement unless you are feeling like you can actually physically get through the day and you're not showing any kind of signs of cold or flu symptoms. So with that being said, I think for the most part, all of you are going to be fine with your hours. And again, if you are concerned about that, then you should already have emailed me. And you should already be talking to me about that so that I can then determine what, maybe take home assignments or extra assignments I can give that will relate to the work that you're doing that you can also accrue hours for. All right, so I hope that this video is helpful. Please, let me know if it's not, or if you need more information. And I'm looking forward to a end of a semester that is healthy and happy. This is a really exciting time. You're almost there. I know it's super busy, but just keep remembering what's at the end and what's to come. And so I think that that'll get us all through a lot of the challenges that we're facing right now. Okay, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.